For example, a benign old lady. Benign. Benign means pleasant and kind. For example, a benign old lady. Deference. Deference means respect and politeness. For example, he treats her with such deference. Deference. Obstinate. Obstinate means unreasonably determined, especially to act in a particular way, and not to change at all, despite what anyone else says. For example, he can be very obstinate at times. Inscrutable. Inscrutable means not showing emotions or thoughts, and therefore very difficult to understand or get to know. For example, an inscrutable face is what she had after her husband died. Garrulous. Garrulous means having the habit of talking a lot, especially about things that are not important. For example, I had talked too much about myself and felt like a garrulous old fool. Figment. Figment means something that seems real, but is not real. For example, was it just a figment of my imagination, or did I hear John's voice in the other room? A blast from the past. A blast from the past means something that suddenly makes you remember an earlier time in your life. For example, hearing that record again was a real blast from the past. Ruddy. Ruddy means red. For example, he was ruddy-cheeked from the walk in the cold. Dearth. Dearth means an amount or supply that is not large enough. For example, a dearth of new homes in the region. Add fuel to the fire. Add fuel to the fire means to make a problem worse. For example, shouting at a crying child just adds fuel to the fire. Cower. Cower means to lower your head or body in fear, often while moving backwards. For example, stop cowering. I'm not going to hit you. Count your blessings. Count your blessings means to realize your good luck. For example, 7 climbers are counting their blessings after surviving a sudden snowstorm yesterday on Mt. Rainier. Count your blessings. Finicky. Finicky means difficult to please. For example, a finicky eater. Precarious. Precarious means in a dangerous state, because of not being safe or not being held in place firmly. For example, the lorry was lodged in a very precarious way, with its front wheels hanging over the cliff. Evasive. Evasive means answering questions in a way that is not direct or clear, especially because you do not want to give an honest answer. For example, the minister was her usual evasive self, skillfully dodging reporters' questions about her possible resignation. Reek. Reek means to have a strong, unpleasant smell. For example, her breath reeked of garlic. Flounder. Flounder means to experience great difficulties, or be completely unable to decide what to do or say next. For example, he lost the next page of his speech and floundered around for a few seconds. Laudatory. Laudatory means to express praise. For example, patients speak of Dr. Gertson in laudatory terms. Erroneous. Erroneous means something wrong or false. For example, he never shook off the erroneous ideas of his time. Revelry. Revelry means a situation in which people are drinking, dancing, singing, etc. at a party or in public, especially in a noisy way. For example, sounds of revelry came from next door. Errant. Errant means to say how bad something is. For example, he dismissed the rumors as errant nonsense. Impediment. Impediment means something that makes progress, movement, or achieving something difficult or impossible. For example, in a number of developing countries, war has been an additional impediment to progress. Purport. Purport means to pretend to be or to do something, especially in a way that is not easy to believe. For example, They purport to represent the wishes of the majority of parents at the school. Implication. Implication means an occasion when you seem to suggest something without saying it directly. For example, plus that, from what she said, the implication was that they were splitting up.